How's it going, everybody? Bobe-Wan here, taking a look at the PlayStation Showcase. All the games revealed in order that they showed them off. It had some surprises, that's for sure. It was a fairly entertaining show, but definitely showed off some things that I was not expecting to see. Well, the first thing they showed off was a game called Fair Games. I have no idea what to really expect from this one. It was just a CG trailer. This game definitely looked like RoboCop Techno Robbers. It seems like it's a PvE kind of game, but it looks like it has heists, and you fight other players for loot and rob the rich with technology and strange looking grapple guns. Not quite sure what to expect with that, but it looked pretty entertaining. Well, then they had Helldivers 2. Now that is something I would never have expected to see. This game looks and sounds like Starship Troopers, especially with the the good old dialogue of the corporation telling you to join the Army and the Marines. Well, Helldivers 1 was an amazing game. It was isometric though, and it was like a top-down, drop-in, drop-out kind of game, like a twin-stick shooter. So it's definitely strange to see that it's changed to a third-person, looks like more of an action shooter now. Maybe it'll still have like the RPG mechanics, and you can customize your suit and what you look like and the guns you got, and maybe it'll still have vehicles and stuff too. Who knows? But I did enjoy Helldivers 1, so I will definitely try Helldivers 2. Well, the next thing they showed was Immortals of Avium. This game looks strange. It looks like a first-person shooter, but as a wizard. It's an interesting idea. Like, it shows him with a wrist machine, a wrist device that turns into different weapons. It turns into different shooting things. Very strange, but it definitely could be pretty cool, especially if it's all about magic. It's definitely different for a first-person shooter, that's for sure. There hasn't really been many like that. Well, then they showed off Ghost Runner 2. I missed the first game, didn't really play it. It looked entertaining enough. It seemed, it's like a cyberpunk style, but with Mirror's Edge kind of movement. It has a fast flowing style. The combat looked the same. This time around, there was vehicles. You're driving a bike around. You're jumping all over the place. Super fast paced. Definitely fun for those people who like those parkour style games. Definitely could be something to watch, but I'm not really much into those kind of games. Well, then they showed off Phantom Blade Zero. This game looks amazing. It reminds me of Sekiro, but with Kung Fu. The movement and fighting in this looked so fluid. It was very different from other Soul-style games. It looks way more intense. It could be very next-gen if it controls like it looks. Like that fighting, the sword play, the dodging, the way you can hit multiple enemies at once. You're doing kicks and swings and flopping around. Definitely looks cool. If they nailed it and it feels like you're a kung fu master, that could be very cool. Well, the next game they showed off was Sword of the Sea. Yeah, made by the same people who made Journey. It looks like more Journey. Same style of game, but now it has sand and water. It just looks like a combination of everything they've done before, but now all dumped into one giant game. I'm assuming it'll just be more of the same. You explore, have some fun, probably chilling out. Very relaxed style. But yeah, pretty cool. The next game they showed off was the Talos Principle 2. I didn't play the first one. I'm not big into those, first-person puzzle games, Myst-style games. Not my style. But it looked interesting. It looked like this time it was more story-focused. Maybe it'll have some interesting things to say. Could be cool. Maybe I'll give it a try if it gets good reviews, why not? The next thing they showed off was Neva. I'm not sure what to make of this. Looks like a painting come to life, but it has a story about nature? Fighting pollution or some shit? Could be fun, but I'm not sure. It didn't really show much of what it actually is. I'm assuming it's going to be like a side-scroller, but I'll have to wait and see on that one too. Oh, the next game they showed off was Cat Quest. I played the old Cat Quests. They are fun. This just looks like more of the same cute action RPG. Little like a Zelda game, a world to explore, different style levels. It'd be a fun little co-op game. Try with your friends, especially if they keep it co-op. Yeah, it was cute. I will play Cat Quest. This time it's pirates. The next game they showed off, Home Stars. Well, now this is something. Sony stole Splatoon and removed the inklings for anime waifus and husbands. Yeah, pretty cool. Honestly, it looks kind of fun from what they show, but it's literally the same concept, just tweaked. It's just Sony's version of the exact same style of game. But people like that kind of stuff, so whatever. You want to go around and shoot foam instead of ink? Go for it. Could be fun. The next game they showed off was The Plucky Squire. Now this game looks very interesting. It looks cute, it looks funny, jumps from 2D to 3D, has a very inspired art style. Like, I could see this being a really fun family game. Really fun family adventure game. I'll have to see how long it is. It could just be a short little experience, but it's a big flushed out thing. It'd definitely be fun. Being a little guy running from a book, running onto a real desk, and going on adventures throughout the worlds. Pretty cool. Alright, the next thing they showed off was Teardown. Well, Teardown's amazing. It's the physics destruction heist game. Been on PC for a while, I've played it a bunch. It's very fun. I'm glad to see it's being ported to consoles. Like, more games do deserve to not stick on one thing. Like, sure, come on, everybody's got a PC at this point, but for those, you know, the PlayStation fans, the Xbox fans, port over all the good games. They need them. Why not? Especially something as good as that. It's so much fun. Well, the next thing they revealed, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. It's a remake. And I don't know what to say. Do I even need to say more? All I want to know is if it's open world. Is it on the Fox engine for Metal Gear Solid 5? Will it boost all the survival mechanics, making it more of an immersive sim? Or will they play it super safe and just remake the levels? Make everything the exact same, but with a shiny coat of paint? Honestly, I'm more for the former. I'd rather this game be intense. I'd rather it be a survival sim. It already had that. Eating the animals, having broken bones, getting diseases. Make all of that way more intense. That could be something really special. But we're gonna have to see. Like, they don't even know who's making it. Who is it? If they come out and say Kojima is remaking his own game, that's gonna be amazing. But I don't believe it. Who knows? Maybe it's Blue Point and they're just not saying anything yet. Well, we'll have to wait and see on that one. The next game they announced was Towers of Agahaspa. Now this game looks really cool. It looks like it has elements of survival, RTS, world building and changing, exploration like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but with little city building, maybe even city management too? I don't know. Could be something really fun. It looks pretty interesting, and it looks like it'll have a lot of replay value. Definitely something I definitely want to try. Well, the next game, Final Fantasy 16. Do I need to say anything else? I love Final Fantasy 15. Despite the faults, it was a really good game with great combat. Even if this one's not open world, the real-time combat magic looks great. And the summons being kaiju battles, now that's some epic anime feeling shit. I know this will be great, just depending how long is the game going to be? Is there open world areas? Will there be vehicles? Not sure. They haven't really shown off too much of it. But I'm definitely going to be playing that one. Well, the next game they showed off, Alan Wake 2. Why? Wow! Alan Wake was a great concept and a fun little horror title back in the day for the OG Xbox. I really enjoyed it, but it was more of a combat than spooks. You know? The story was fun. It's cool to see it continuing, like maybe right where it left off in the old game. It seems like it has the same town. But did I see Max Payne there as well? What could that be? Seriously? Is it going to be Alan Wake and Max Payne teaming up? That would be fucking cool. I'll have to wait and see on that one too, but definitely looks promising. Well, the next game they showed off, Assassin's Creed Mirage. Meh. This just looks like back to basics Assassin's Creed. Should be fun if it's not a 1,000-hour open world with a million different gear tiers and pointless level restrictions on stuff, but it doesn't look like that. It literally just looks like a big city. I'll have to wait and see, though. The next game they showed off? Revenant Hill. I have no idea. You're a cat exploring a world with skeleton men around and farmers? The art looks cute, so I guess it's just a wait and see. Well, the next game they showed off was Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. This just looks like an epic JRPG. I have no idea if it's a well-known series or anime or if it's established, but it looks really fun. Real-time combat and guns? I always love me a big JRPG, so I'll definitely give it a try. But if it is a continuation or from another series, I am oblivious. Well, the next game they showed off, Street Fighter 6. Yep, everyone and their uncle is waiting for this game. It looks huge compared to what 5 had to offer. It even has a Create a Fire story mode. I think even casual fighting game fans will really have a lot of fun. But I'm not big into fighting games, and I still want to give it a try. It looks cool. It straight up just looks fun. The next game that they showed off, Ultros. This looks like a Metroidvania on mushrooms. It's so colorful. The art style looks all hand-drawn and painted. I don't know. It'd be a fun experience if it's done right. Another one I'll have to get my hands on. Next thing they showed off, Tower of Fantasy. This just looks like Genshin Impact, but with robots and mech stuff instead. I think it's an MMO from what it showed off. It'd be fun if the combat's solid. It did look like there's big groups of people fighting big old monsters, so hey, why not? Give me more of that. The next game they showed off, Dragon's Dogma 2. Wow. Dragon's Dogma 1 was one of my favorite action RPGs of all time. Combat was amazing and unique. Climbing over every giant enemy was so cool, so much fun. The magic was huge, the bosses were even huger. I have no idea why it took so long to get a second one made. If it's more of the same, this will be hours of fun. I hope they add true co-op instead of the share your character with AI thing like before. It was still cool, like, why not? Bring your buddy's AI man along if he's got real good gear to help you out, but make it a true co-op game. This would be so fun to have 4 friends climbing around on giant monsters. Definitely could be very, very cool. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2. I'm bored of this series, but hey, now it's action? Well, here's the second one, exploring more, but in first person. I didn't play the last one. I didn't mind the OG ones, but that's just, you know, the old jump scare, click-through camera thing. Trying something new now? Good job, guys. All to you. Maybe I'll give it a try. Why not? So, now they showed off a few VR things here. They had a Resident Evil 4 Remake VR mode. So, I know they literally just had a Resident Evil 4 VR mode come out. But, it was for the old game, or was it made itself? It's on PC. So, I'm not sure if this is a port, or if it's just a whole new version using the remake. Either way, cool for VR fans. Getting more, why not? Next, they showed off Arizona Sunshine 2. First one was pretty short, but, you know, VR's come a long way. Zombie shooting fun with them right in your face. Really entertaining. I did enjoy it. Like, I still have the original VR. I don't have the new one, but shooting zombies, still fun. Next game they showed off was Crossfire Sierra Squad PlayStation VR. Yeah, this just looks like a fun shooter. It reminded me of the old SWAT games. It looks pretty cool. It looks solid enough. Maybe they'll actually make a gun controller and sell it separately so it works properly. I see people buying these third-party things to play shooter games. Come on, Sony, get on it. Why not? Make a gun peripheral. That'd be cool. So they have, the next game was Synapse. Alright, this just looks like a weird, fun shooter. It's like VR, but you're in Tron world, fighting against the system. Who knows, but more VR shooters are needed, so I will not complain. So the next thing that was announced was Marathon. Now this was such a surprise. Hey, anyone remember Bungie? What was their breakout hit? Halo, was it? What about when they made a game called Marathon on Apple PCs way back in the day? No? No one remembers that? Well, good. Here's a new next-gen version of that concept. This could be an amazing first-person shooter. But will it be like Halo or Destiny? Will they keep it as a classic first-person shooter or make it an immersive sim? I have no idea, but I do have hopes for this. This could be something really cool. Good old Bungie coming back to their roots? Why not? Bring it. The next thing they announced, Destiny 2, The Final Shape. I don't have much to say. More Destiny. I like the game, but damn, it's so far into DLCs at this point. Just jumping in costs hundreds of dollars. Why not just make Destiny 3 already, so more people can jump back in and enjoy the damn world? Like, I'd go back and play more, but I'm not buying 15 DLCs just to play your new level. It's stupid. It is a fun game, but come on, it's been going for too long at this point. Too long. Alright, the next thing they announced, Concord. This whole thing felt like Prey 2. It's a different studio, but come on. That music, that art, please tell me this is a space journey immersive sim with a huge array of tools and weapons. I'll be keeping an eye on this one. If the gameplay comes out, it's what I think it's going to be, I'm going to play the hell out of this game. Well, the next thing they announced was the PlayStation Project Q streaming handheld. It's a Switch-like controller for the PlayStation 5. Why not? If you have a shitty TV, or you just want to lay in bed and play your PlayStation 5 up in your face, there you go. Now you got a controller to screen it. Cool. Why not? Well, the last thing they showed off was Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Wow, does this look amazing, period. Everyone was already thinking it will be more of the same city, not much they can add, but they did. I saw suburbs, more buildings were open, I'm assuming you can go into more places. The Venom suit has crazy new powers. They already showed Venom, Kraven the Hunter, the Lizard, and I bet there will be even more big bads. I think this will be a huge game and a massive love letter to all the OG Spider-Man fans. Well, that was everything that was shown off and that was in the PlayStation Showcase. It was pretty interesting. There was a lot of things that I wasn't expecting to see, and there was a few things that I knew that they were going to show off. I was hearing about a Metal Gear remake forever. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a whole reboot. They were going to just do Metal Gear Solid 1, put it in the Fox engine, make it open world, make it badass. But nope. Now they're doing Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, and I don't know if it's just going to be boring remake or a whole from the ground up type thing. But yeah, this was very cool. Well, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment, subscribe for more. Really helps out with the forbidden YouTube algorithm. And of course, thanks for watching. As always, Bobe-Wan here, and peace out.